Hello, another day, another video. Okay, so we're going to go in today on a topic that's very near and dear to my heart in my own personal life. We are going to discuss Osho, Bhagwan, Shree, Rajneesh. And we are going to start it out with the just a general view of the new movie that came out, The Wild Wild Country, which is on Netflix. It's a Netflix series. Okay. And so this is going to be the first video. It's the intro video to a handful of videos. I don't know how many it's going to be, but we're going to go through it. And I'm going to break down kind of a general analysis of what I saw in the movie and what it's about and my relationship to it, my relationship to Osho, and we're gonna reflect all sides of it. Okay, and I'm gonna go into some other videos about Osho. So this is gonna be the first in a series of the Osho series. Okay. All right. Okay, so The Wild Wild Country is a documentary film about Bhagwan Shree Rajneesh, the great meditation master, or Osho, as he's named at the end of his days. And I am going to be very honest with you. I loved it. I thought it was just a fabulously honest presentation. If you look at all aspects of it, okay, not just one. It was nothing new to me. One of the reasons I loved it is that many of my great teachers, and I've met dozens of friends from the Osho community, and my teachers weren't just lopped into the lot of the tens of thousands of sannyasins. They were very special individuals and very unique and very recognized as that. I was very lucky. It just happened. And I did 20 years ago, not quite 20 years ago, take sannyas, and I took name Satyadhara. Okay. And I heard all the stories from two sides of the fence from two different teachers in my life. One who's just full throttle, still wears orange in his head, and full blast Osho to this day. Well, I haven't talked to him in years and years. But last time I did, still full blown. Osho is the great master, like the Buddha, the Christ, of the world. Just whew. The other loved the man, but was more critical. And so all the stories that you saw on The Wild Wild Country, I was shared with me over 20 years ago, and throughout from 96 to 2008. I was still active with teachers. I did 7 90-day meditations of the Osho lineage. I very much understand it. Some people have said very clearly, I am first generation meditation master from the Osho lineage. I don't really buy the labels anymore, and I'll get into that in a second. So I'm giving just a little background of where I come from in the Osho world. Read the books, the videos, and the stories that were told in the Wild Wild Country, first-handedly, I've known. I was told them from people, from the people that were there, the clear-minded, awakened people that are there. A lot of sannyasins, few masters in that group. So I'm going to break down the Wild Wild Country, um, and in a different way than people will actually imagine. I'm going to do it from a quarter, an armchair quarterback on Sunday. I'm watching the game from a spectator on top of the hill, and I'm going to reflect the movie on all sides of it and all aspects of it. And then I'm also going to put it into relationship with meditation masters, the meditation path, and the history of spiritual teachers and gurus in the positives of it, and also the social negatives of it, and we're gonna reflect it. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. But I saw it very clearly. I watched with a very open view. Why I loved it is because all the stories that I had heard from people that were very dear to me in my own life, I got to see the footage and the people that they were talking about talk and speak, and I got to see the actual footage of that time frame and the community from India all the way through Oregon. I also got to see the reaction of the clash between the community and the public. I also got to see the more inside depths of what it looked and tasted like, the feelings. Now this movie was a great lesson in my meditation journey of the Oregon experience, greatly broken down by a great man, mentor in my life. And it wasn't all flattering. There's nothing in that movie that was said that I did not know already. But what is not clearly stated, and it is at times, but the Osho international community is a little sheepish, a little defensive about it, which is okay. Okay. They're just protecting what they're doing, or their love affair for the man, for what they're doing. Okay, which is common, which is fine. But I didn't have a negative reaction to any of it. It just was what is. So I'm going to go through that movie, and I'm going to clearly reflect it. It's probably going to be multiple movies. I'm going to tighten them up in the time frames, and we're going to go through it. And there's great lessons. There's great real lessons in this of the great phenomenalness of meditation masters, and also the downfalls, and also how they historically relate to the true path of meditation. Okay, so I'm looking forward wonderfully. I did take sannyas. My nickname, everybody, that people think is a spiritual term, is not. People call me Sachi. It is not. It's from a family member who was teasing me and gave me the name. Satyadhara, I took name. I have the malas upstairs. I no longer wear them. Sedona, Arizona, I brought it back. The sannyasins, Sedona, Arizona is a very heavily based town that the sannyasins went to. The Rajneeshis, I guess you would say. I'm going to say this. I loved the movie. I adored the movie. And I'm going to greatly reflect it and translate the movie for people who haven't seen it. And we're going to start off with the Wild Wild Country, and then I'm going to go into, and I'm going to interweave the real meditation mastery and the teachings of the masteries and the teachings on the spiritual path of all aspects of it, and try to put it in a relationship. And it's going to be fun. Loved the movie, okay? Just loved it. Everybody should watch the movie. It's phenomenal. But everybody should watch it not with a jaded, one-sided view. Okay? Watch it with a totality view. Life is all aspects, positive, negative, neutral. Okay? Now, I will say this. Great mentor of mine walked out of Oregon and said, this is before it got crazy. Okay? And I no longer use my darshan name. I also, somebody in Sedona in 2014 asked me, you're sannyasi, you're Osho. I go, I don't see I'm anybody's student anymore. I've written often Osho to Papa D to me. Many people say, been told I'm first generation authentic meditation master from the Osho lineage, which means from Osho to his students, and then he passes, and I'm the first generation of authentic meditation teachers realized. Okay, I'm an American style though, everybody. I'm not Indian. Okay, so love the movie, check it out. But if you're going to watch the movie and you haven't seen it, check out my reviews or the series. And I don't know how many I'm going to do. I'm going to try to keep them between 5 and 15 minutes, nice and tight. I want to go through the Osho thing, and I hope you enjoy. And incredible movie. One of the, the movie's slanted as this cult negativity. Well, I'll tell you, one of the joys I had was seeing the people and the meditation. So we're going to go through it all, from A to Z, positive, negative, from what they were calling evil to what they were calling, Holy Grace. I will tell you this. Two things. One, going back to what I was saying about great mentor and walked away, I've dropped Satyadhara as my name again, and I'm just John J. Willard because that's my natural birth name. So it's a full cycle within myself. Okay, and I'm gonna evolve and weave that into this path and the reflection of the movie. All right, I will say this: the individuals I have been in contact with were profound human beings. Okay, they have nothing but unbelievable admiration for the man, and they say, walk into a sauna and the wave, he was so present, just blow you away. One to this day would fight to the death anything negative you said about the man. The other say, yeah, but he was also a man. And the great lesson the great mentor said, who left Oregon. And to me, and this is when I was still using my spiritual name, and I made the transformation over and reclaimed my own birth name, John J. Willard, was the day a man thinks he's God and forgets that he's just a man. That's when you get into trouble on the path of enlightenment. Okay? So there's many other phrases to paraphrase it. Love the movie. It's fantastic. It's a great study in meditation and great lessons learned. But going back to what I was saying, the people that met him say, you ain't ever seen like this. You're never going to see anybody like this. You're just not going to. And they're talking about the intelligence. They're talking about the radiant presence of the human being. They said they've never seen it. Also, the people that I've met, the sannyasins, years later, who came out of the training and the experimentation and all this stuff, I will tell you, person after person after person are some of the most joyous, real, authentic, loving human beings. And so we say judge a tree by the fruit it bears, and there were some bad moments in the Osho world. There just was. That's why the movie's great. Reality is what is. But the people that really got it, really got the meditation, really discovered themselves, went through all these crazy experimentational things, came back into the world, and 20 years later, they're pretty darn successful, and they're pretty joyously happy. And when you see them, it's big hugs and just wow and friendly and beaming, radiant smiles. And they're professionals, they're architects, they're businessmen, they're movie producers, they're painters, they're writers, they're lovers, they're dancers, they're singers, they're teachers. I mean, unbelievable. the beauty in these people. Okay? So for the naysayers, the critics of the man, he's false. That is incorrect. Okay. To those that are like, he was this pure everything. It's true, but he's a man. Okay? And we're going to get into that. All right? So, we're going to do Osho. My friends at Sedona Play. Finally, he goes out online and talks about it. But I'm the first generation. Never met the man. But I'm going to go in the stories about Osho and the Wild Wild Country. So, Wild Wild Country, a must-see movie. Keep an open mind. Look at all aspects of it. And definitely watch the series. If you're into Osho, watch the series. Okay? So, thank you. Namaste.